your boy Macc the Don, aka Akhenaten, aka Tutankhamun, aka Tahuti's son, which means I shine through the wisdom. And welcome to Ring the Bell. This is your Raw review. I'm gonna call this the Raw review after Double or Nothing, because you would think that after this amazing show that WWE would say, you know what, well, let's show the people what we have, what we still got going on. Raw after Double or Nothing. This is what we go on. So Kofi Kingston and Seth Rollins are in the ring at the start of the Raw. Kofi Kingston comes out first. Now, when they come out and all this other stuff, Kofi gives this grand speech about how he wants Braun to cash in on him, this, that, and the third. He's not worried about too much of Dolph Ziggler because, you know, he doesn't mention Dolph Ziggler really at all. So, Seth Rollins comes out next. Next thing you know, Braun Strowman comes out with the Braun box or a boombox looking Money in the Bank briefcase. And Braun comes down to the ring and he's dancing around with his briefcase, and it starts playing Kofi's music as he's like dancing with the briefcase. Then it starts playing Seth music. Seth gets frustrated and leaves. He wasn't about to play any games. Now what ends up happening is Paul Heyman says, you know what, Seth is always trying to ruin everybody's fun. He done ruined the Brock party, which I thought was very unique. I like that, the Brock party concept. So I said he didn't ruin the Brock party, this, that, and the third. And so blame him, not them. So they go to leave, and Dolph Ziggler comes out of nowhere and attacks Kofi Kingston from behind. Then Xavier Woods comes out, and him and Dolph Ziggler gets into this tussle for like 10 minutes. And, you know, basically this is like the first 10, 15 minutes of the show. Xavier Woods, Dolph Ziggler fighting and stuff like that. Okay. Now you would think, like I said, you would think, like I said, that this would be a extravagant show due to Double or Nothing just coming off of being premiered on Saturday. AEW's first show on Saturday. And this is what they're giving us. So next, it goes to commercial. And so, when we come back from commercial, Dolph is beating the hell out of Xavier Woods. And basically, he was about to put Xavier Woods' head through the chair and slam it on the ground like he did with, or slam it against something like he did with Kofi Kingston. However, Kofi comes out with a chair, saves Xavier, it goes to commercial again. Comes back from commercial, Dolph Ziggler is now coming out from the back while Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston is in the ring, and Dolph Ziggler starts rambling on once again about a bunch of nonsense about how it should be him, this, that, and the third, and how Kofi shouldn't be concentrated on Brock Lesnar, because he has a match with him at Super Showdown, yada, yada, yada. And so, basically, it took 3 or 4 commercials to get to this moment when it was just a bunch of boring. I was seriously sitting here bored out of my mind. I mean, I fell asleep on the show. That's what's taking so long for me to push this out to you guys. I fell asleep on the show, me having the satellite feed, and then I had to wake up and watch it again when it replayed on the USA in order to get the ending of what the hell happened. That's how boring this show was. It was really boring. So then we go to the Usos, who is hosting a block party where everybody's having fun and all this other stuff. They make a joke, several jokes, and then make a joke about how the revival isn't allowed, this, that, and the third. Woo, woo, woo. Next thing you know, Shane is now getting interviewed, and he's talking about how he's going to beat down his opponent tonight, this, that, and the third. Drew McIntyre comes out of nowhere, and they said he goes on to talk about how he's going to be destroying his opponent. Then they go out to the ring, him and Drew McIntyre, Shane and Drew McIntyre, that is. So now they cut a promo for Triple H's and Randy Orton's match for Super Showdown, which was garbage because they keep on showing the same damn promo types. There's no new promos. There's nothing exciting about this that's getting me excited about this match. These promos are all from prior feuds. You dig what I'm saying? And then I hate when they have a feud that happened and then they decide to do a match years later and then they act like this feud has been going on for years and years and years, when in fact these two people and characters have been around each other and worked with each other and all types of stuff in that time. So it irritates the fuck out of me. Excuse me for saying it like that, but it does. It irritates the fuck out of me. So next it goes into Shane and Drew back in the ring, and Shane goes and talks about all the different Samoan lineage that came through the company, and then he starts talking about how Roman Reigns' Roman Reigns' dad and uncle or whatnot were drunks and all this other stuff. He just starts talking bad about Roman's family and talk about how his father was always there to clean up their mistakes, this, that, and the third. So then they go to commercial and they come back. And Lance Anoya is in the ring, which is Roman Reigns' cousin. And Drew pulls him out of the ring before the match starts and starts whooping his ass all throughout the ring while around the ringside, while Shane McMahon is screaming or saying, "Oh no, oh no. No, don't do that. Don't do that," while he's watching this happen. Right? And so while he's watching this happen. So what ends up happening is Shane McMahon, now they start the match anyway. Shane McMahon starts whooping this dude down. It becomes a beat down fest. And it becomes brutal. So then, after the match is over with, he gets to talking about how Roman's cousin reminds him of Roman's father or some shit like that. Yeah, you remind me of Snooker. And he said something along the lines of, the greatest mistake that Snooker ever did was spawning Roman Reigns. Now here comes Roman Reigns. Where were you the whole time your cousin was getting his ass beat all throughout that time? Why was you down there to have your cousin's back? Since you were there. So he comes out. He gives a few Superman punches. They run out. And Roman goes over to his cousin and act as if he's concerned. Yeah, right. If my cousin was out there getting his ass beat, I'm not going to wait until he starts talking about my father. Not by two freaking people. You got me crazy. All right. So Brock Lesnar comes out. Now, mind you, we still haven't seen a real match yet. We haven't seen a real match into an hour. This is the hour in to a wrestling show with no wrestling in the whole first hour. So Brock comes out. There's an official in the ring, and Brock is supposed to be announcing who he's going to be going after. This is why he asked the official to be in the ring. So then Seth Rollins comes out, and then Paul Heyman starts reading the contract, this and the third, and then Brock Lesnar hears a part in the contract stating that he has up to a year. He's like, slapping Paul Heyman around, like, I have up to a year. He grabs the microphone and tells Seth Rollins to kiss his ass. And then he leaves. So next, R-Truth gets chased into the ring. Everybody chasing him. Eric Young almost gets a pin on him, but R-Truth kicks out. Then he puts Carmelo on his back and runs off. This is the 24-hour title champion. Anyway, AJ Styles can't compete in the match tonight because he was injured. So Baron Corbin takes his place in a match that's supposed to have been AJ Styles, The Miz, Bobby Lashley, and Braun Strowman. So instead of AJ Styles being in the match, Baron Corbin takes his place. Exactly. I know how you feel. So next, Becky Lynch and Nikki Cross versus the Iconics. Nothing spectacular. Becky Lynch rolls up for a win pin. I'm sorry, I don't even think she rolled up for a pin. I think Becky Lynch, either she rolls up or gets the disarm or something like that. And then Lacey Evans comes out in true Lacey Evans crap-ass fashion, trash-ass fashion, walking down the ramp and walking back up. Trash-ass fashion. Anyway, we go back to the Usos, the Block Party, and then the Revival's there, and the Revival's with the Usos talking about, and then they start talking mess to each other, and basically they end up deciding to let bygones be bygones. We get into a match with Ricochet and Cesaro, and right away in this match, as soon as the match starts off, Ricochet comes out fighting like he was an AEW wrestler. Like he was trying to showcase his talent of what he can do because he wanted to either go to AEW or because the WWE told him, this man told him, go out there and do some high-flying shit, or, Triple H probably said, go out there and do some shit to get the attention back on us. You dig what I'm saying? Ricochet wins due to a Hurricanrana pin. Yeah. As good as all the moves were in this match, I just didn't feel as engaged in this match. It didn't intrigue me enough to continue wanting to watch the match. And it really frustrated me that Ricochet was in a match and Cesaro. These are two very good contenders, but by this time I'm already fully drained when we get to this point. This is actually the second match, if you don't count Shane's bullshit. This is actually the second match, and this it's like well into the second hour before we even see a match like this. Okay? Samoa Joe comes out after Rey Mysterio. It's announced that he separated his shoulder. He's going to have to be vacating the title. Samoa Joe comes out and he talks about how he'll be waiting for what is his. Block Party promo once again. Block Party continues. Truth get chased into there. it becomes one of those little, goofy ass situations at the block party where they're trying to all get a pin and all this other shit. Blah, blah, blah. It's just getting boring. And I really don't even know why I'm doing this at this moment. It's really boring. Miz promo, and he talks about how he's going to win. Shouts out, he talked about how he's about to have another girl. Braun Strowman comes out trying to congratulate Miz, and it sounds like they cut him the fuck off. Like, if you say this, we're going to cut you off. And he said it, and they cut his ass off, but he continued to go on. You dig me? So then the match starts. Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin. Excuse me, not Brock Lesnar. I don't know why I've been doing this like that. Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, and The Miz. Okay? So the match starts, and it's all over the place. But to be quick about it, the stupidest thing happened. Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley, this is supposed to be an elimination match. Okay? Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman starts fighting until the fucking stands, and they end up fighting until they get to the back and shit. And Baron Corbin ends up getting a pin on Miz. Now, by definition, this is supposed to eliminate the Miz. And the other two competitors are supposed to be still in the match. Because this is a no DQ match. This is a no count out match when it comes to triple threats, when it comes to fatal four ways. We know this. But out of nowhere, he gets this pin on Miz. All of a sudden, he's the man that wins the fatal four way. And he's the man that's going to get the title shot. I'm not even going to tell you what I feel about that, because I feel that we all feel the same fucking way. And maybe we don't. Maybe there's some people out there who's idiots who feel like, okay, Baron Corbin is my favorite in the world. Okay, good for you, idiot. But to be 100, that's the stupidest move that WWE could have done, because business-wise, he's a company killer. He's proven rating dropper, period. The ratings have been dropping more and more the more that they push this person. This is ridiculous. So, your winner, Baron Corbin. So, next, we have Sami Zayn in a hot seat. And Sami Zayn referenced AEW. Ooh. There's a fan there getting questions from fans and all this other stuff. And one fan asked him, one fan asked him, why haven't you won the Universal title yet? And he said, that's your question? You could ask me anything. You could ask me about AEW. So you can see that WWE is clearly watching AEW. You can see that WWE is clearly upset. But yet they also clearly giving us bullshit shows. So next, it becomes a match between Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn, which is a pretty good match. It is. Seth Rollins ended up picking up the win. It wasn't nothing spectacular. The show was really lackluster. I fell asleep on it, like I said. I had to watch it again in order to be able to bring you this content, and make sure that I'm able to give you facts, okay? R.I.P. to WWE, okay? R.I.P. If you guys want to win the $1,000 Visa gift card, please make sure you subscribe and comment, letting us know what did you think about the WWE Raw after Raw after Double or Nothing. Let us know your thoughts, your comments. I'm just so over it. This is your boy Macc Sicc the Don. This has been Ring the Bell. And now you can ring that motherfucking bell.